To learn the mechanics of the game, you're going to want to go into Raid with just the basic kit that you have started with once you loaded up the game for the first time. Now, if for chance you have already used this kit, I will go ahead and show you how to build a kit. Okay, so we're here with nothing on our character. First thing that you're going to want to have on is a piece of armor, like this pack. Then you're going to want to put a rig on. Now, a quicker way to put on these items is instead of dragging them over, you can just do Alt-click, and it'll automatically put it right on. Next, you're going to want to put some headphones on. These headphones will make it easier to hear, and also block out noises that you usually wouldn't want to hear. We're going to go ahead and put a helmet on. Let's use that Alt-click to put the helmet on. And now we need a gun. Let's go with this just M4A1 standard, or if you started as a bear, go with whatever AK you want to bring into Raid. And now make sure to bring some extra ammo with you, and either in your Gamma, or if you have a smaller case, if you don't have the most expensive Edge of Darkness version of the game, just make sure to put some extra ammo inside of your container. Now, some more important things to bring is going to be meds. Make sure to bring something like a cheese, bandage, and, well, let's just bring an S mark. Painkillers is also going to be an important thing to bring. We'll get into what these are helpful for in the future. And if you have a CMS and a splint, bring those as well. Nades. Let's go ahead and bring 2 nades with us, and that should be what you need to be ready to go. Now let's go main menu and click on Escape from Tarkov. Now on the PMC menu, you have 2 options, Scav and PMC. Now, as much as I do recommend running Scavs, especially to learn new maps, for now we are going to be going on a PMC. For now, we're just going to be clicking on the map Factory. It's the smallest and the easiest to learn. Make sure not to skip over this menu, because we are going to be going into offline raid. And in fact, no bosses or AI will spawn in this offline raid unless you click this check mark, which do not do. For now, just click ready, and you'll start loading in. Alright, we're starting to load in. As you can see, it did not take very long at all because you don't have to wait to connect to a server. Alright, so we're in. As you can see, we've spawned in just as you usually would. However, we don't have to worry about any enemies spawning in around us. It's a wonderful way to be able to learn mechanics. Let me quickly go and get to a spot that we can easily show some basic mechanics off. Alright, so we're here on a nice bright wall here. Now, this is where we're going to show off some basic mechanics, like aiming. If you've ever played an FPS game before, the aiming works pretty similar to any other game. However, in Tarkov, you can hold Alt to make your gun focus. So as you can see when I'm not holding it, it's shaking around a little bit. Now, in 1x, you don't really see the difference as much as if this is a big sniper scope, but holding Alt makes it go nice and still. This does, however, make your aiming stamina go down quicker. If you look in the bottom left of your screen, you'll see that there's 2 bars, and the top one just went red. It just went red because we were aiming for so long. This goes the same for running. If we run in a straight line, the bar underneath that one starts to go down. Also, will go down extremely fast when you jump. You can see it just took a very big percentage of that bar out. We'll just run around a little bit more. It goes into the red. Now in the red, it takes longer for it to build back up than it would if we stopped before it got into the red. Alternatively, on top of this, if you keep on running around while it's in the red, you will get into a state called fatigue. This will decrease your hydration and your energy at a faster rate. So you want to try and stay away from being in that. So now we are in the 3rd floor of the factory office. now we can get an idea of some other mechanics, like pressing B to do semi, and pressing B again to go full auto. But now, we've just spent some of our ammo, so, like in any other game, R reloads your gun. However, not like other games, you can double tap R really quick, and you just quick reloaded. Very small difference, but we just quick reloaded. And now, our mag dropped on the ground, instead of going into our inventory. Now, as you can see here, there's an item. If you haven't seen an item before, you'll scroll to do examine, or you can just take it right away. So, in this case, especially in a hallway like this, where an enemy could be coming at any second, let's press F to pick up the item first, and press F again to open a door. Now that we're in cover, we can go ahead and inspect. Now, you can either right-click on the item to examine it, or middle mouse wheel. This will make it a much quicker process to examine weapons and parts and armor inside of the game. Now, you have multiple options when it comes to opening a door. You can just open it as we did before, or you can breach. As you can see, it does damage to the door by breaching it. Now, to be honest, no one really uses the breach option. They could, but no one really does. Okay, let's go into a little bit more about how to fight. Different mechanics that you should know for it. So obviously, you know how to aim. Now, just like in Rainbow Six Siege or other games like that, there's leaning by pressing E. Now, on top of this, you also have sidestepping by pressing Alt and then E. This works for both sides, so you can quicker pop yourself out and see an enemy coming down the hallway. If you really want to have a precise, just head peek really, you can do Alt and D and A to just move your character out just a little bit. Move yourself back in, instead of the more bulky, just one option. Okay, so you've learned a little bit about how to fight in this game now. However, when you get into a fight, you do not know how to heal yourself. So a big thing is you can hotkey your different medicines. Personally, this is the order that I would like to do it in, but you can find what works for you. Now, this one, as you can see, HP resource. This is just going to be your basic usage whenever your health decreases. However, you have something like an army bandage that stops light bleeds. Now, stopping light bleeds is a type of bleed that you can have, and you're going to want to stop the light bleed before you use the medkit. S-Mark, on the other hand, stops a heavy bleed. Now, those are your basic types of medicine that you have to use, is stopping bleeds and then healing yourself. However, you can get a fracture and you can get a blacked limb. The CMS will stop your blacked limb. How it does this is if it gets to 0, you just use it on that blacked limb and it'll bring it back up to 1 out of 60. Now, you have splints. If you get a fracture in game, you use some sort of splint to heal yourself. So, to show this, we will just fall. As you can see, not only do we get 2 black ones, but we got 2 light bleeds. As you can see right there, it's a light bleed. So, we're just going to click our hotkey and heal them right up. I would highly recommend not doing this out in the open, but as you can see, we can't run while we have a blacked limb that is on our leg, or if we have a fracture. So we're going to go ahead and use these painkillers. You'll use up one of the painkillers and decrease your hydration. But now you can run. You will take damage while running, but now we can find a safer place to go and heal. So now we're going to click on the CMS and click use. It's going to start working on one of these legs. Now, the important thing to remember with these is it takes a pretty long time to heal one of these limbs. And what happens if someone starts coming nearby? Either they're pushing you, or they just sound like they're nearby. This taking 16 seconds, it's something to worry about. Now, just double click, left click. It closes it back up. It stops you from having to fully use the surgery. So, if we see someone coming, we just left it. And we can try to protect ourselves before going back and trying to heal ourselves back up. So now that we've healed ourselves back up, we have to get these legs up to full HP. How we're going to do this is by using our just regular AI2 medkit. And there you go. They're now full HP. But whenever a limb gets blacked, it does do gradual damage equally to all your other body parts. So we're going to want to gradually heal those up as well. Now a little tip or trick, not something you need to really remember, but when you are healing like this regularly, you can avoid the whole healing animation by doing that same double left click once you see that your character has fully healed. This doesn't matter as much with an AI2 where time it takes to heal is so short. But if you use another type of medkit that takes a really long amount of time, like a Grizzly, this can really help you out. You're out of ammo. We need to show you how to repack. It's as easy as taking that ammo, that extra ammo you brought, and dragging it over the mag. This will start the process of repacking the mag. Once you've repacked the mag, you're going to want to make sure you reload in that full mag, unless you're confident that you already had a full mag in your gun. This can take a pretty long time depending on what gun you're using. However, it is worth the wait. Just make sure that you're in a safe place to do it. Now that you've learned the basic mechanics of Tarkov, you're ready to actually get into the fight and see how you can fend off those scavs and maybe even some players too. If this video helped you, make sure to leave a like and watch one of these videos as well while you're at it. Thanks, and good luck.